Oh, I did Biff the
so
first line. I
close,
was
so
so close. Yeah.
That reminds me. Well, okay.
How long have I had that music now, Fusco?
About 3 weeks,
About
maybe.
3 weeks.
Maybe.
All right. Well,
Two and a half.
I guess it's time for me to retire and join the world of service bands once and for all.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry, you're already part of one.
I can play a mean Cajun Grace. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chanarant podcast. My name is Josh. With me, as always, is my faithful co-host, Andy.
That's me.
Andy Foucault,
Yes, sir.
the bearded wonder.
That's the new nickname apparently.
Man's seen more ass than a toilet seat. And, of course, we have a very special guest with us today, Claire, from the band that shall not be named, as a matter of fact.
Actually, yes, he is. Yeah.
We're doing a nice Saturday afternoon show here in muggy Las Vegas. It's not actually very sunny today. It was kind of cloudy. And we are on Facebook Live right now. This is the second take of us trying to do a live stream. Looks like we have about 8 people watching, so all of our listeners plus 2.
Somebody signed in twice. I'm sure.
Somebody's
it's us,
somebody's
'cause we're
watching on
signed
2
in.
devices. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
We didn't. We missed the.
We should probably talk about the fact that this is kind of an explicit show.
We should, but we haven't done the pissed off thing yet.
Well, do we do that before?
We normally do it right off the top.
Right off the top?
It's the first thing we say.
Oh, well,
And then you do the whole intro.
I mean, it's only episode 23. You think I'd have it? You think I'd have it down?
You would
by
have
now?
it down by now.
Oh.
No, it changes slightly every time. But
Kind of a long evening. I'm a little tired today.
we could totally start over and give you another shot at playing Shawnee's tune correctly.
No. I feel like that we're all about honesty here. And I mean, you could say that you're going to edit it out, but I know you're not going to anyway.
And then you'd have to drink.
Yeah, Fusco's not drinking on this show, which will be interesting.
I just want to give you two shots.
We'll see how unbearable Fusco becomes when he's not drinking on the show.
I'm curious if you'll muck it up twice. That's all I'm betting.
Oh, you want to say? I mean, we could do it.
Challenge.
Since there was apparently a bet.
Also, it's your opening.
I know. Yeah.
So
do you want me to do it now then?
yeah, why not?
And I'll just push it forward.
Or just not.
Josh, you know what really burns my asshole?
No, what is that?
Fucking goddamn student players.
Fucking student players. You know
Goddamn
what?
teaching people, man.
God.
Students and
Trying to create the next generation of bagpipers and drummers just chaps my loins.
it sets my ass on fire more than a good curry.
A good curry, yeah. You know, our friend, speaking of curry, our friend Graham once had a saying, you know when you've had a good curry because you go to sit down on the toilet and hear, and it's your asshole drinking the water.
Yes. I remember that one.
That's a good one.
It's a classic. So, yeah, we are going to talk about student players a bit today and some news and updates. But before we do that, we should probably let everybody know that the Chanarant podcast contains adult language, themes, situations, language, and themes, and also situations. Sorry, I'm skipping like a record. Someone hit me.
And sex and boobs.
Basically all the fun stuff. Yeah.
And themes.
So if you are, a more sensitive listener, or if that's not your bag, we're going to give you 5 seconds to go listen to something else. And that will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Claire was going to say fuck.
I knew he would.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck.
We'll do it for him.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, our friend Claire is not of the swearing variety, so this will be a fun show for him.
Yeah, hopefully I stay that way. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, and the funny thing is that
don't do anything
he's one
fun.
of the 6. He's an avid listener.
I am.
He is.
Despite the fact that I'm assuming when you're at home, you have to listen with headphones.
Oh, I listen with headphones. Yes,
Yeah.
it's...
Yeah, keep this away from the wife.
I've heard a couple horror stories about people playing Chanarant without headphones at their place of employment.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, and sometimes people are like, oh yeah, like I accidentally had it playing and my boss thought it was really funny. And some people are like, yeah, I accidentally had it playing without headphones and I'm looking for a new job now. Like, if you know anybody that's hiring.
Man, we've had more people lose their jobs than Trump.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
Yeah, probably. So just so you all know, a little bit of housekeeping. Listeners, if you're listening right now and you like the show, please review it on whatever platform you're listening to. That helps us, I think. I'm told by people that do this professionally that that's a good thing to do. You can send us in emails. In fact, we're going to read a couple and actually play some voicemails that we got. So you can also record voicemails and send them to us, chanarant@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Andy's Tinder account, MySpace,
Especially there.
JDate, and Grindr especially.
That one's for Claire.
Yeah, Grinders for Claire.
There we go.
And don't forget to get all of your Chanarant merch at the Chanarant store, chanarant.com. The F.U. Joe Brady shirts are not up yet, but they will be, I promise. That's my fault. I know I said last week they'd be up, but I didn't do it.
Yes. That's okay.
If you're in the pipe band world and you think you know someone that would listen to the show, one, don't be friends with that person, and two, feel free to invite them to check out the show, and let's get right into it.
And warn them not to listen to this with your wife around.
Yeah.
I actually had that conversation with somebody this week.
You told somebody not to listen with their wife around specifically?
Yes, very much. So somebody I was talking to on the phone, a guy.
Anybody I know?
Kyle from Phoenix. He was asking,
yeah.
"Hey, are you guys doing a podcast?" I said, "Yeah, it's going pretty well." Blah blah blah. He was like, "If you do check it out, do not do it in the car with your wife, and you won't be allowed in pipe bands any longer."
No, just do it with your kids in the car.
Get the kids out of the car.
Hey! Kids can't come inside! Hey!
Stay out. That's it.
That's a direct quote from our good friend Colin, who we had on last week. That was a great show. I loved having Colin on.
It was quite fun. Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, he's got a lot of interesting insight from being in this just for fucking ever.
He absolutely did. We never got to any of it, but we never got to it. He definitely had interesting.
We alluded to it. We alluded to his potential insight on a future episode.
Yeah, maybe someday we'll come back to that.
Yeah. Well, he said he's going to come down live. He wants to come down and do a live show with him and Graham.
Yes, I know. He's told me that a couple times. I don't know what his hang up on Graham is. He seems to be very much in love.
They are very close lovers.
Yes.
Tender lovers.
Yes. They probably found each other on Grindr.
I think that was pre-Grindr.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Do you think there should be an equivalent app, a dating app just for pipe band people? And what would you call it? Droner? Dude, I met this hot tenor drummer on Droner.
Droner? I hardly know her.
Hey!
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, quick.
You know what the problem is with
get the website before Joe Brady does.
Let me get it before Joe Brady tries to make his 16th Facebook page.
Hashtag FU Joe Brady.
Hashtag FU Joe Brady.
I see where it comes from now.
Where do you think, like, I've never dated a snare drummer, but I hear the problem is they just come early. Do we have a rim shot sound effect yet? No, just clang.
Honestly, that hasn't been my experience about drummers. They're always fucking late. For people that are supposed to be on time, they're always fucking late.
So there you go. Shots fired, drummers.
That one's for Rab.
It's just for Rab.
He's a drummer.
Yeah. Okay, so Colin was great. We should plug again. LA Scots have their GoFundMe to go to the Worlds.
Yeah.
But since we're plugging South Californian bands that are going to go to Worlds, I suppose it's only fair we mention Pasadena Scots. Also, they're having a concert, I believe, that's going to fundraise for them to go to the World Pipe Band Championships. So that is on July 29th. And I believe the name of the concert is Show Up Bagpipey Fun Time 2016. I don't know. Something like that. Moving right on down the line. Unless, Fusco, do you have anything before we get to this next segment?
No, I do not.
You do not. So we did have we had a fan. Uh-huh. If you're fans at home and you know the Chanarant drinking game, we did have a fan send us their submission.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Fusco's looking at it with Claire right now. So we have to take a 151 shot. So I'm gonna go.
So we got a submission of what?
We got a submission of breasts. Someone sent us a picture.
Female
breasts. This is true.
This is our first time. So now we're official.
We've officially seen boobs for the first time.
The show is real, people.
It only took us this long. I finally seen my first pair of boobs. So
now, we don't know where they came from. It was I think it's a fake email, but created for this purpose.
Yeah,
but, like a mammogram.
But we do appreciate it.
It was very polite. Yeah. So I am going to actually...
I've used it for completion a couple times this week.
Have you really? Mm-hmm. That's disturbing highly.
Really, so very much.
I'm going to let you go down the line a bit while I go get our 151 shots in the next room, and we got to take them. We made the rule.
All right, so Josh is going to do that while he is apparently pouring 151, which I'm not looking forward to. Claire, are you looking forward to it? You going to do this with us?
Oh, no. I got to have someone safe and sane here, just to watch out.
Why would we start doing that now?
Yeah, good point there. Good point, but
no, unfortunately, Claire is not a drinker, which I don't know how he fits into the pipe band.
I don't cuss and I don't drink, and yet somehow I still hang around pipers.
It's weird.
It is strange.
But we appreciate you sucking it up and doing this with us.
Not a problem.
At least doing the show anyway.
Yeah.
So why don't we get into one of our voicemails while Josh is doing what he's doing. Let me find it here.
Is 151 supposed to be that thick of a liquid there?
Don't you worry.
Okay, sorry.
Actually get this out of a shot too, though.
Why?
Because otherwise, Joe and Jack's gonna either sue us or not sponsor.
Oh, either one.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah. So,
You can't have them in the shot unless they sponsor.
so we're gonna get to a voicemail, Claire. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Because we got to get through these eventually. We got quite a few. So this one is from a service band member who took umbrage with some of the things we've said in the past.
That's right.
So here is Pipe Sergeant McPatty calling in from somewhere on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know what really breaks off a nightstick in my ears? A couple miscreants with a fucking radio show making fun of service bands. Yeah, this is Sergeant McPatty. I'm here on somewhere on the East Coast. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a pipe major here for an Emerald Society that shall not be named. Perhaps. I heard some things. The word's going around, the piping community, these guys, they're saying things and yellow flashes. And so I investigated this with some boys from the band. And, I had my granddaughter showed me how to download a podcast as a first. And I got to tell you, we don't like the disrespect. We listened to this the other day, and I think you guys are a little out of line, quite honestly. You make it sound like we don't try. Why don't you try harder? You don't want to learn. Hey, look. Me and the guys put in a big effort to bring the traditional Hibernian music to the people once a year on St. Patrick's Day. And you're carrying on with tone. Tune, why this? What are you talking about? Look, we don't let our guys out on the street with a set of pipes. Unless they know at least, 2 of the 4 tunes that we play.
2?
And,
That's 50%. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
very pioneering, some of the service bands. One of us was the first to put out the Fast Amazing Grace on the street.
thank God.
Who would have thought of that except us? March to Amazing Grace. Da, 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 da. The crowds love it, boys. And you should hear my brother-in-law's on a bass in a band. He just beats the shit out of it. He wrote the score. Boom, boom, boom. Beats the crap out of that thing.
He just beats the shit out of it. Like,
So, just keep up the good work.
Technique there, right
Because if you ever find yourself driving in this part of the country, I hope all your taillights are working. That's all I'm going to say. And my brother-in-law says, next time your house is on fire, call fucking Stuart Little to come put it out. I just know who it is. It's some guy out there.
Got you on that one, John.
So, I'm signing off here. I'm going to go finish this green beer with the guys. And we'll be keeping an eye. Now we know how to use this with this app or whatever. And, you need any further clarifications from us, you should let me know. All right, take it easy there, Schnitzel.
technically it hit you, but I hit it.
There
No,
you
it
go.
didn't
Wow.
hit me at all. Actually, no, I just did it. That's too. Good
There
thing. Good thing we're in trouble here. All right, so that was a good voicemail, I think.
Yeah,
Major McPatty, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
From the East Coast, from somewhere in the East
obviously
Coast.
he's got that very strong. I don't know if it was Boston or New York. He kept
I
flipping.
think,
between,
he kept
I'm not sure
he kept switching between
I'm
those
not sure
two
which one
accents.
he thought it was, but
Yeah.
I liked how he said his brother or whatever the fuck it was. Oh boy, here goes the camera. When his brother wrote the bass drum scores,
Bang, bang.
hammered
It's like
the
the
fucking-
Blood and Thunder bands when we
Beating the crap out of the drum. That's
Oh my
that's a
God.
good
saw the
technique
Winslow
there.
Fife bands.
that's kind of like what it sounds like when Josh plays bass and fills in when we don't have a bass player.
Hey, I distinctly remember my first time ever filling in on bass, and we won a medal.
think we won something, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
we won.
remember what
We
it
met a
was.
medal in bass drumming.
So yeah,
So, as Confucius once said, "Suck my cock, Fusco."
was that Confucius?
I think it was Confucius.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So
Okay, so we got our 151 shot here.
yep.
So just as a reminder for the folks playing along at home, the Chain React drinking game, it's a drink every time you hear the bell, which will be if we hit the microphone, if Fusco says he's going to edit it out.
Yep.
Or we do a shot of 151 if someone sends us pictures
Somebody
of their
sends us
boobs.
pictures of boobs.
So that's kind of a Pavlov dog type of thing. You know,
Yeah.
hear the bell, drink. Yeah.
Well, eventually I'm going to start just hitting it randomly during the episode and see if people drink.
see if we get anybody drunk.
See if the
while we're doing this.
Pavlovian response actually works. So we're going to do our 151 shot in honor of the fan that sent us in their topless photo. Well, good for them. Oh, just a reminder to everybody at home, too. Don't forget, we'll do drinks for if you send, dick pics to Big Rab.
Yep.
Or a
a-hole
picture of
pics.
your butthole to Grace Note Vortex.
Yeah.
We will also do shots. So here we go. Here's
Salud.
our 151.
Oh, boy.
Woohoo! Tasty. Can tell.
I could breathe fire. I literally could. You can light this shit on fire.
Oh, my God. Oh, Claire, never start drinking.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, because you guys are giving me that perfect example of why I should start. Because right there, it's
Well, in an hour, we're going to be having a lot more fun than you are.
About to say,
right now,
you're probably right.
In an hour.
But
this
I'll
show's gonna
remember
get-
about it tomorrow.
this is true.
In
You
an
will.
hour, this show's going to get real fucking interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we had Pipe Major McPatty. We have some more. We had some more messages. Where were we at with those?
I think we should get to the next two down. Yeah, that one.
We should do Fast Eddie.
I think so.
So those of you playing along at home may remember a very enthusiastic gentleman named Mr. Fast Eddie. And apparently he sent us in a rap.
He did. He has outdone himself this time. Let me tell you.
Is it a good one?
His first voicemail was excellent, talking about our friend Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah, she loved it.
Meatloaf Thigh. She
Yeah,
loved that.
yeah.
part.
Meatloaf Kelly. She loved that shit.
So now he's sending
She's
a
going to
rap.
stab that fucking guy.
Oh, man.
If we ever find out who he
She
is,
showed me the knife. Like, this is the knife. It's got Fast Eddie's name on it.
but we love this shit. This guy
probably dull,
did
too.
did some work. Well, listen to the lyrics of this thing. This is good.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Here we go.
How you all doing? Listen to me, brother. This is Fast Eddie coming from another mother. Got the Chinnery boys, Cahill's Corner, Grace Note Vortex. Don't think I wanna. Big rap show. What can I say? Think I need to practice my doublers today. Meatloaf Cali with those big thick thighs. Boy, I'd like to look in those dreamy eyes. Got Joe Brady, who's north of me. Someone told me he was elderly. I tried to practice as much as I can. Fingers moving like they're sitting in quicksand. Throw my pipes out the door. I don't wanna practice no more. Damn those chanting reads, I don't know why. They just cut out and make me cry. Got my pipe major screaming at me. Throw me on the drums just to keep the silly beat. Just to keep the silly beat.
Well done, Fast Eddie.
That's good.
Does he just keep saying?
Just to keep the
Just the silly beat. That's the name of his album that's coming out. It's the silly beat.
Fast Eddie signing out.
Oh my god!
we gotta- I
Dude,
love this
well
guy.
done, Fast Eddie.
Well
I
done,
just-
Angel. I mean, Fast Eddie.
Yeah, I think my favorite line is that got Joe Brady. He lives north of me. Someone tells me that he's elderly.
Boy, that hits. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Hashtag
God.
F-U Joe Brady. Wow. Fast Eddie, that was something else.
I'm curious. Is Joe Brady? He should really be sucking our dicks right now. Has he ever had a rap
Should
song
he?
written about
No,
him before?
no.
Until us?
I tell you, we made Joe famous.
Fuck. So anyway, that was fun. I appreciate him sending that in, and
If you want to send us your rap based on our podcast,
shit that happens.
Talented
I
subscribers.
don't even
here,
I
yeah.
don't even know what to say. I mean, that's just fun.
Do you remember?
Actually, is this a good? Can we mention something?
Absolutely.
Let me.
We have no plan or order whatsoever.
We have no plan or order whatsoever. Can we mention that there has actually been progress made on the Chain of Rant theme song?
Oh, wait, what?
Remember?
Do I know this?
Yeah, you told me that you talked to Brad, and they're
that,
actually
yeah, yeah.
they're doing it.
Didn't we talk? Did we talk about this last
We
week?
haven't. I don't know if we talked about it or not, but yeah, the Chain of Rant theme song. It's coming along. I'm very excited to hear it.
He is exploring different ways of doing it. That's as much as we can say right now. But it is going to.
That is going to fall. Like,
It's right on the edge.
I don't know when it's going to fall, but at some point during the stream, it's just going to be. I feel like we have to add that rule to the drinking game. Every time the live stream camera falls,
Somebody has to do a shot.
we have to drink. Yeah, for
I
sure.
agree. I dig it.
Okay, so we also have a message here from Mr. Jeremy Downs,
We do.
who I believe is actually on the stream right now.
Is he? Oh,
Yeah.
he's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
Jeremy's in here. So
Excellent. So
if you want to know who sent this message, they're literally in this chat stream. So you can,
and for all you service bands out there, send hate mail to Lone Star Piper.
I thought his email was HelloKittyFan69
Something like that.
at hotmail.net. I'm pretty sure.
Oh boy, I feel a little bad about this one because he goes after somebody, a group, it's pretty hard. But let's see how.
What group does it go after? Anybody I know?
Not a specific group, just a group of a general group.
Okay.
Group.
Hey guys, this is Jeremy from the
Oh, and I just have to say, by the way, apparently Rap started a thing. Everybody records.
Everybody
in
wants to
their car.
record in their fucking car now.
And I didn't have time to edit the car sound out, so here we go.
Space Force Fire Department service band.
Just kind of thought maybe your
Just
followers
wanted
are
to call in
homeless
and
and they
chime
don't
in on
have places to.
your issues with your people taking forever to learn music. It's pretty incredible what Rab said about getting a folder of music handed to you and learning it in a week. Hopefully someday we get to that point, but as for now, I've been playing a total of about 5 months from not knowing anything, and got handed four tunes for a competition medley, quick march medley, and we had that shit down in about 3 months, and I knew nothing at the time. So for your people in your band to be taking 2 years to learn a set or a medley is absolutely inexcusable. That means they're putting in zero effort outside the band hall is what it sounds like to me. They're just showing up and expecting you to spoon feed them everything at practice.
Angel.
Practice should be rehearsal. Practice is the shit you do at home before you come to band practice.
There you go.
Hold on, before I finish it. Cahill has an issue. Cahill mentioned this the other day about somebody bringing up the whole rehearsal thing, and he just said it again about band being rehearsal time, not practice time. I wonder if Cahill will take umbrage with the way he's approaching this, but it'll be curious. Let's start a war.
Yeah. Who will win in a fight between Jeremy and Cahill?
I've never seen Jeremy, so I don't know, but I'm going to go with Jeremy just based on what I've seen of
Well,
Cahill.
he's much younger. He's much younger than Joe Brady.
Well, that's all you need to know. And Cahill's older than Joe Brady, so
Is he really?
I think so.
So, like I said, if they're taking 2 years to learn it, they obviously are doing nothing at home, or they just don't care. They just want the uniform. So,
Ouch.
I work with some guys that, well, not work directly with, but I know some guys that just want to show up and drink and play grab ass in a kilt. So
That sounds like us.
maybe that's what you're looking at. So anyway, just wanted to call and chime in on that. I gotta get back to the Space Force Fire Station. Hashtag sensitive spacemen.
All right, thanks, Jeremy, for sending that in. That was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Thanks for chiming in. I feel like that's going to be. We should just change the name of this show to the "How Long Does It Take You to Learn Your Music" podcast.
There you go.
That topic is always coming up.
Which, I'm sorry, what was the topic?
The topic of like how long to learn your music.
Oh, apparently we have to do a whole thing on this.
Apparently we did. I thought, and the thing for me is, I thought we already did.
We've done it
I
a
could
couple
have
times.
sworn we kind
We've
of
done
already
it.
did.
It
It
keeps coming. It keeps coming.
keeps coming back. It's like herpes. It just keeps coming back.
Well, we are going to get into
Boomerang.
a little bit because we're talking to a student piper.
Exactly.
The newest guy.
That's true.
Oh, I feel that.
Claire's the newest adult to the band that should not be named. He's not the newest member, but he's the newest adult anyway. So we will talk a little bit about student piping, learning, the struggle within, all that kind of stuff.
Okay, and we are actually almost through all the shit that the housekeeping. We're doing pretty good, I think, and we're only like 30 minutes in. This is fairly effective
Actually
for us.
moving along.
So we have to talk about a bet.
Do we want to do Rab's voicemail or do you want to do something else? Sorry.
Oh, do we have a voicemail from Rab?
I do.
We do.
The man, the myth, the legend himself.
The one, the only, not small Lennox,
Exactly.
not small Rab.
Should we get that out of the way? And just
Yeah, we
do
can
it?
get that out of the way now. That's no problem.
So this is a short one, believe it or not. 43 seconds. This is a record for Rab.
43 seconds. Mm-hmm. That's about
Not 6 minutes.
Last I checked, 43 seconds is the amount of time it takes you to masturbate.
No. It's way less than that.
Way less than that?
Oh, yeah.
You've been improving your times.
Oh, yeah. I've been working hard at it for
Montage.
34 years.
Practice. You can be the best in the world. You can only jerk off faster than the sun.
And with that song, we're going to go to Big Rab, now a real broadcaster at the BBC.
Dude, yeah, he's got a real job. Finally.
Here we go.
Hey guys, of the Chat to Rab podcast, it's myself, Rab, and yeah, last week's podcast, apologies for the very long voicemail message. I just wanted to record another one for you this week, but I'm keeping this one very short. Suffice to say, congratulations on over 10,000 downloads. Unbelievable. You guys say that you only have 6 listeners. We all know now that that is complete bullshit.
You're right, I think it's more like 7.
You guys have a massive following, and yeah, I'm right there with everyone else. I'm a massive fan. Yeah, congratulations. So stoked for you guys. Here's to 10,000, 20,000, 100 million thousand downloads to come. Yeah, keep your podcast coming, guys. Such a fan. I'll see you again. F you, Joe Brady.
There we go.
The classic sign off of F you, Joe Brady. Hey, thank you, Rab. Cheers, brother.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot we announced on the last podcast we broke 10,000, which, it means now is as good a time as any to tell the people that we actually finally broke 100 million thousand. So we're good.
In 1 week.
Yeah, we're good. We're good, guys. You can stop listening now. It's we're packing it up. It's over. We were just trying to prove a point, really.
All the topics have been used now.
Yeah, we're done. I mean, Grace Note Vortex ended after 8 episodes. Like, we can end after 23. Still call it a win.
World peace.
They still have years before they catch up to that. We can stop now, and it'll take them 2 years to catch up to us.
We could take like a 2-year sabbatical. So, okay.
So I guess now is as good a time as ever to talk about the bet that I lost.
Yes, so you lost a bet. So, as many of you listening at home know, we had a bet on the Chicago Highland Games over who would win between Chicago Pipe Band and Wake and District Pipe Band. Completely arbitrarily, I picked Wake and District.
Because you got to go first.
Because I got to go first. And also, Joe Brady is my spirit animal. So, turns out, Wake won. And the agreed upon terms were that you would have to get Wake and District's logo tattooed on your lily white ass.
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
I'm understanding now that you're not so okay with that.
I'm okay with it, but if you have a better idea and the audience wants to say that they prefer that other idea, then...
Well, I mean, my problem is I feel like I feel like your punishment should actually be something that we can do on air. And us broadcasting you getting a tattoo doesn't seem like that's actually going to work.
We could do a whole show of me just getting somebody tattooing my ass.
Somebody just tattooing your ass in the background while I talk to Angel.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's an option. But I had an alternate because I am merciful in victory as your friend. I'm going to give you a way out. I'm going to give you another option that I think will be great for the show.
Okay.
We are going to do, instead of you getting your ass tattooed, we're going to do an entire bit during our next recording where I take over your Tinder account live on air for the entire episode here. And we're going to be in downtown Las Vegas. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity here.
Oh, what are we talking about? Like 100% control?
100% control for
You're just going to do the swiping, or you're going to do?
No. I'm going to be messaging people. I'm going to message people you're already talking to.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's going to be just throughout the episode, and I'll chime in for the audience. I'll let them know how we're doing with each romantic involvement.
Your social life might increase there slightly,
and you better believe you're going to meet some very nice guys. Like, I can tell you right off the bat.
Oh man!
So I'm giving you an out: ass tattoo or Chanarant Andy's Tinder takeover episode, where we do the normal show, but the entire time we're doing the show, I'm just going to chime in every now and then with an update on how I'm doing getting you laid on your Tinder by someone that...
Either way...
Fuck.
Either way, it seems like you're going to be doing something that's going to cause his rear end to get hurt.
Like, Andy's ass is going to get injured either way.
Yeah, somewhere he's getting hurt.
Any way this ends...
This is coming from Claire? Oh my God.
Any way this ends, your butt hurts.
Listen. Listen, buddy. I teach you on a regular basis. Keep that in mind. So
I do?
I have an idea. I have 2 ideas. One.
Okay.
Let's do a bit right now.
Okay.
Let's remember how in the past we did what's going on in Andy's brain or Angel's brain or whatever it was?
Yes.
Let's have Claire do what's going on what is Andy thinking about right now?
Oh, okay.
as you just proposed this to me.
Okay, so we're going to back up a bit. And then, Claire, you're going to play the part of Andy's brain.
As Josh just suggested this to me. So you're me thinking about this. Go ahead.
Yeah. So hold on. So I'm going to suggest it to and then you're his brain. So Andy, here's the idea. I take over your Tinder for an entire episode of the Chan Rant podcast. Andy looks to think.
Hey, maybe I can come out of the closet. Maybe this is a good way for me to open up and show my feminine side. Wait a minute. It's starting to hurt. My rear end. Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait, this is not a good idea. Not a good idea. But I'm conflicted. Maybe it is. Maybe. I don't know. You know what? I think I'll go back to pipes.
So, Fusco, what do you think?
I think I'm just going to go back to piping. I'm not sure if that answers the question.
No, it doesn't answer the question at all. So we're going to should we have the fans vote on this?
I think we should.
Because you realize if you lose twice in a row, your ass is getting tattooed.
Fuck.
Either way, it seems like it's getting tattooed one way or the other. Yeah.
You can just say that the FOF stands for our farts, and that's why it's on your butt.
And that makes it funny.
Yeah.
I have no tattoos too. This could be my first tattoo of my entire life.
This could be the first tattoo you've ever had in your life.
For our firefighters.
Oh, considering I have very little respect for service bands, that could be especially ironic.
Yes.
Let me ask Claire, what would you do if you'd given this choice? If you had lost this bet, what would you do?
I have no Tinder account, but
What?
Well, just a dating account.
Yes.
Well, you're married, but let's assume you had a dating account.
What's the Mormon equivalent of J-Date? Is it like M-Date?
There's actually Mutual. There's actually a thing called Mutual where they have
And that's like the
LDS
Mormon
people.
dating
that is
platform?
like a Mormon dating platform.
I hear they give up the butt.
My children have used it, so that's how I know.
Oh, that's
that.
terrifying.
That's terrifying.
Actually, okay, sidebar.
Let's
Sorry,
see.
Claire.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
So instead of doing Tinder, we're going to put Andy's profile
on a Mormon
on
dating
Mutual.
Oh, there you go.
That's
And
an
then
interesting
we're
idea.
going to see if we can somehow match him with Claire's kids.
That's
No.
Wait, you don't have any daughters? Wait, no, you have a daughter.
Yeah, but she's on a mission right now, so
Oh,
no, she
that's
wouldn't
not
be. My son, though, you don't want to see.
I have a
That would
question.
hurt. Yeah.
When I first moved to Las Vegas, Josh, you can vouch for this.
Okay.
'Cause you've lived here all your life.
Yeah.
When I first moved here about 18 years ago, I remember hearing all kinds of stories about Mormons. I knew one Mormon kid growing up on the East Coast, and otherwise I'd never met one. So I heard all kinds of stories about Mormons. But one of the most hysterical stories I ever heard was, I should go party in St. George because the girls out there give up the butt. They won't have sex with you, but they'll give up the butt. Is this true?
And if it were true, is that something he could say is true? Like,
You probably wouldn't. But have you ever heard
I
this?
have no knowledge.
This took
I have
a
no
turn.
knowledge. Sassafras.
I swear to God.
Sassafras. I have no knowledge.
kids, the kids gotta stay outside.
Kids got to stay outside. What are we talking about here? What are we?
Well, I'm not going to make Claire answer that question because he
Okay.
used the code word but. I swear to God, I heard this.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear
I
that?
heard this growing up. Yeah, I heard this growing up.
this. Swear to
But
God.
okay, so
We did used to hear
that was an
St.
excellent.
George
That was an excellent diversion.
Yep, it was.
But we still go back
So
to the
you
topic.
lost the bet.
Yeah, you lost the bet.
I
Ass
like
tattoo
this,
or Tinder takeover.
I like the Mormon thing. The Mormon thing.
No, but Tinder's gonna be more fun because it's proximity. I want to inappropriately converse with people that you have a
Let's just put it-
sincere chance of meeting.
There's 15 or 16 people out there. They choose.
Okay,
Whoever gets everybody
guys-
right into us.
You guys that are out
put a poll
there, just on the stream, we'll open it up to the stream audience. Andy's ass tattoo or the Tinder takeover? You're getting an ass tattoo.
I'm down
You
with
should
either one.
never have put it up to the audience.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know,
Let's see what everybody's going to say.
Okay, cranking through the
the
news.
tattoo only hurts for a short time. The other might last for a long period.
I'm very excited, by the way,
Yes.
because on our podcasting schedule, which we plan way in advance because we're super pro at this, Monday, August 13th, is going to be a special episode of the Chan Rant podcast.
As well as a special episode of Big Grab and the Grace Note Vortex.
Well, I mean, we're going to put it on our channel.
Well,
They're not
true,
on our-
but they'll get our listeners maybe from it.
Yeah, they hope. Yes, we'll be doing the big Grace Note rant on August 13th. Will be when it hits the public. We'll be doing it over the weekend, but it'll hit the public to kick off Piping Live in Scotland leading up to the Worlds. So we're very excited to have our friends from the Big Rab Show and our frenemies from the Grace Note Vortex
Exactly.
on live so we can bust their balls on air, of course.
Essentially, have you heard any of their shows where they're like, oh boy, like we're going to get it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna bring the pain, boys.
Yeah. Well,
Except for Rab, we'll be nice to Rab, but we'll be dicks to the other.
Well,
guys.
you're in fighting shape when you do one every week. Let that be a lesson.
yeah.
Don't they think that they're coming to Vegas to do this?
They do. They have
wish.
asked us to come. They have asked if we would fund them coming to Vegas.
Yeah, they wanted us to fly him in with all that T-shirt money.
We haven't sold that many T-shirts yet.
Yeah, I would say
Maybe a bus ticket or something. You know,
all
maybe get them a
$12.
bus.
We'll get him a bus from Scotland.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that show.
That's going to be a fun show.
Fucking awesome.
I mean, I definitely think that one's going to run long. I don't know if we're going to live stream it. We'll try to figure that out.
I can't imagine how we're going to be.
The live streams aren't like terribly popular, so I mean they're fun to do, but
Yeah, it gives us something to do. But in more exciting news, we came up with a great idea. Well,
I'm sorry, I'm looking at some of these votes, and actually Tinder Takeover is doing pretty well.
Is it really?
Yeah. You might get out of this easy, boy.
That would okay, great. So another idea we had is that us two Egypts doing live commentary at the Worlds. Well, the finals anyway. I don't want to do 3 a.m. at the fucking. Oh no, they do it on Fridays now. So
we do grade 1. I think. Yeah, we could do the grade 1.
Grade 1 finals.
So we're talking about, and if you'd be interested in this, please let us know in the comments or send us an email or something. But we're talking about potentially getting up early, and we'll watch the stream. We'll stream the stream with us also commenting on the stream.
So that's more piping
until
based too.
Until BBC takes us down.
Yeah, until BBC sends us a cease and desist.
But if you're interested in this, if this seems like something that would be cool, please let us know.
Yeah, I think
it's going to take a hell of a lot of work on our part to figure it out.
It's going to be a fucking pain in the ass.
So if you guys are like, no, this is stupid, please tell us.
If you guys are like, we're not going to watch it.
Because we don't want to do it if it's going to be a lot of work for no reason.
Yeah.
So the live stream,
isn't that
live
the story?
That's the story of pipe band.
Isn't the story of like all of pipe band life? Is
whole lot of work for no
whole
reason.
lot of work and money for no fucking reason, no good reason whatsoever.
What else?
That live stream is 3 a.m. in the morning.
It starts
starts
the
at-
lower grades.
Well, no, grade 1. Well, I don't know how.
Yeah,
it works.
and we'll have to look at the schedule, but
Yeah.
it's going to be
usually
gnarly.
that early. It's very.
We're gonna pretend like we're there, even though it will very obviously be 3 o'clock in the morning here. Mm-hmm. But no, I think that could be fun, and it'll make us more legit as a piping podcast because we never talk about bagpipes.
Exactly.
correct.
Everybody knows that.
So why not do it?
Okay, coming up also is the Flagstaff Highland Games in lovely Flagstaff, Arizona.
July 21st, 22nd.
Yeah.
21st, 22nd.
Flagstaff.
And, drum roll, we're going to be there.
Woo!
Yeah, Chandler Rant's going to Flagstaff, motherfuckers.
Don't be mad.
Road trip.
Chicago guys. This is all we could afford.
This is all we could afford.
A road trip to Flagstaff.
Because all we could afford was a road trip to Flagstaff on a podcast salary.
So we'll be we'll be commenting on the 3 grade 5 bands that are there.
Yeah, and I think we'll be able to do some. I think we could do some live reporting for the Chandler Rant News Network.
They can buy you
absolutely.
shots.
We're going to interview people and insult them passively live. I guess.
We'll assault them passive aggressively, passively, and then aggressively.
I'm looking
get
forward.
shots.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, this will be fun. So if you were going to the Flagstaff Highland Games and you want to grab bevs with 2 idiots that do the world's worst bagpiping podcast, let us know.
Yeah.
Send us a message on Facebook, channeran@gmail.com. If you have our phone number, that's fine. Or if you just see 2 jackasses with a camera and a microphone walking around in Channerant shirts, that's probably us.
Yeah, come say hi. And
Also,
then-
if you're going to be at Flagstaff, wear your Channerant merch, dude. I want to...
yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
Wear the goddamn shirts.
Let's see if we can get all of the 6 in the beer tent at the same time.
Listen, this is what's important. You've got to get that Cahill's Corner T-shirt out because those are our people. That's the Arizona people.
yeah, okay, so
they can order them and get them in by that.
We have had a request for a Cahill's Corner T-shirt. I just got to figure out how to incorporate both his stupid face and a can of dip. But but I think I can do that
Just do a
artwork.
generic tattooed guy holding a fucking skulls.
You essentially just described Cahill, a generic tattooed guy holding skull.
Wait, didn't we fire Cahill? Should we really even bother doing a shirt at this point?
Well, do we fire? I don't know that we've had a definitive answer on whether we fire. I know we fired him. Did we fire him for Aussie Broad or did we fire him for Colleen's Corner?
Right, that's a good point. We don't have a. Well, I guess let's just keep him on for now.
We'll keep him on for now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Colin's willing to do a weekly.
I can't imagine he must have better.
He's got to have better shit to do.
Everybody does.
Hey, the kids got to stay outside.
And the Aussie broad, she must be doing radio. She must be busy down in Australia because she's got a.
She's
great
probably doing a
voice.
whole stand-up.
She must
thing.
be doing a whole.
Yeah, she's got to be doing like a whole
She must
stand-up
be busy.
special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aussie Broad, if you're not doing stand-up, let us know because you should. And you can come on the show and practice. It'll be fine.
Come out to Vegas.
So Cahill, you're still in the game, and actually that's a good transition because we have Cahill's Corner this week, so we might as well get right into that.
We do have Cahill's Corner.
We do.
Oh my
He's got
goodness.
some interesting things to say about you, my friend.
I'm assuming that it's not actually recorded yet, and we're going to cut it in.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Hit the bell.
Click. Clang.
Clang.
That's correct. Audience live streaming, you're not going to hear this because he
Yeah.
hasn't actually recorded it yet.
No,
I
he
just know
hasn't
what he's going to
recorded
talk about. The magic of radio.
This is a good natural break where we could interact with the live stream a bit, and then we'll come back to the show, pretending like we've heard Cahill's Corner that he
brilliant.
hasn't done yet, because he has the work ethic of a goddamn
fireman.
Yeah, of a goddamn fireman.
Because he's so busy.
2 days on, 17 days off.
It's like, what? You think I have time on my 17 days off to record a 5-minute or bit for your podcast?
Like, you pick up the phone, you say, hey, this is Cahill's Corner, blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm out. How is that easy?
This is why we're going to fire Cahill.
I'm sure we can get Aussie Bro to do that on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
He's just
Sean
rolling.
says, by the way, Cahill's on the stream.
no.
And he says it's Copenhagen assholes, not
shit.
Skull.
I didn't know.
the
I did not know he was
stiff
watching.
stuff.
Fuck. Cahill, record goddamn Cahill's Corner, you cocksucker.
Get some fucking old smuggler and rock this shit out. Real quick corner here this week. Got a couple things to talk about for last week's episode. Number one, it's great to hear Colin Armstrong, pipe major of LA Scott's pipe band. Thought it was a good episode. The guys are doing well, and right when I think they're doing good, they go and shit the bed. And at some point during the episode, I think Josh got a little bit spicy and he turned into like the drunk chick that didn't want to shut the fuck up. We'll just call him Josh Lynn. Wouldn't stop interrupting every time that Colin was talking about something or answering a question, and Josh would chime in with something completely unrelated, which was really weird. Thought it kind of interrupted the flow. He had a good guest, could have answered some cool questions, but instead we had to listen to Josh talk about going to the Worlds last year for the 500th time. So maybe next time you have a guest on, you just let him answer the fucking questions, Josh. Be all right. So he gets the hashtag shut the fuck up, Josh, this time around. At some point I got fired over the air, so I'm sure after this little rant, I'm going to get fired again. So you just keep firing me. I'm going to keep sending this shit in. That's all I got. Listen to the episode. Later.
Cahill. He nails it yet again.
Son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Wow. Amazing. Just amazing.
I really like the part where he compared our last podcast to the some of the greatest works of Faulkner. I thought that was
artistry. Artistry is what he said. Artistry.
If there's anything I know about Cahill, is that he's very well read.
yes, this is true. Well, it's
He's a fireman.
And his opinion matters, obviously,
Yeah,
to us.
obviously.
Yeah. So
and he works way more than 3 days a year.
I'm sure.
Maybe 4.
Maybe
So
4.
one thing I do want to bring up, Josh, surprise.
What? Is this one of those things where you didn't put it in the show notes? And
absolutely.
You just wrote it down.
So you're talking about that bet
Yes.
that I lost.
Yes, you did.
I believe you made a bet with Angel at band practice this week.
I did, and I also lost.
You did lose.
Man, let me tell you a bet that I never expected to lose. So we were going through on Chanter some of the new MSR material, and the man had not looked at the Strass Bay at all. I guarantee. Not since it was added to the set. I know he like just,
Who, Angel?
Yeah, never looked at it.
Okay.
Just struggling through, and I was like, all right, motherfucker, like, did you not learn any music? And he's like, we'll play Molly on the Shore. I was like, what, you have the last 2 parts? Because we added, obviously they changed the rules, so we added the last 2 parts. And he's like, I will make you a bet that I can play through the whole thing as well as you right now, one go. And if not, you have to wear a mini kilt to a function.
Like that picture we put up.
Like the picture we put up on Chanarant. And I'm like, there's no way I lose this. Like, I
Right.
know for a fact. Like, Angel has shit the bed every single time in his life when it comes to like playing competition music and like, well, okay, show me you know it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
And he fucking nailed it. He got it. He played through all 4 parts. He didn't fuck up. Like, and he played right with me. Like, we were just head to head. And I was like, all right, like I'll take the loss. I'll take the L. That's fine.
Let me give you some backstory on this. Let me tell you about a phone call that Angel and I had about a week ago or so, less than a week ago, where Angel calls me and he says, I've got an idea.
Did you bamboozle me?
Oh, we absolutely did.
You sons of bitches.
I knew this was coming.
You conspired.
We conspired to get Josh to lose a bet because
That makes so much sense because I couldn't figure out how he knew the reel,
Oh, yeah.
but didn't know the Strathspey at all. I'm like, how the fuck does he not know the Strathspey?
he was fucking with you, right?
No, he didn't know it.
No. Oh, so you guys challenged on the reel.
Yeah, we challenged
Oh,
on the
okay,
reel.
okay.
And
No,
I'm like he didn't know. I'm like, well, if he doesn't know the fucking Strathspey, he's not going to know the fucking.
I thought he was setting you up like he was faking fucking up the Strauss bait. But no, I told him, we talked about it. I
Shit,
said,
now he could have been.
Challenge Josh to playing the MSR. I
God,
promise
that's
you he
so
won't
funny.
know the music this week. Or at least he'll know it roughly. If you really hammer it, you will beat him. Guaranteed. He's like, let's do this.
No, the funniest thing is I knew it. Fucking down pat. We played the reel, and there's no way he learned the second two parts.
Well, I told him he wasn't there last week, but you blew it in the reel last week or 2 practices ago, whatever it was. You didn't know the third and fourth part, or they were rough.
It was the one where
So
I came
told
and Jack was in town. I came after work, wasn't it?
No, it was the one after that.
Because I remember I was trying to sight read it.
No, it was the one after that. You still didn't know it. So, and I told him this. So, like, I know Josh doesn't know it because he just tried to play it last week and he didn't know it.
Oh yeah,
he's
no,
like,
I knew it.
Oh my god, we got this. We got this bet down.
No, I knew it, and he made the bet where he's like,
You weren't playing it right. I mean, you knew it.
no, I knew it. We played it.
No, you made mistakes in the third and fourth part. You weren't playing it that week. This is not Tuesday, but the previous Tuesday.
No, I'm saying this last practice where he made the bet with me. Mm-hmm. Like I fucking knew it. The bet he made was if I make a mistake, you have to. I will do this. If I don't make a mistake, you have to do it. It had nothing to do with me playing it, but I played it with him to make sure that he got it right.
Oh, is that how you guys bet it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
the
he
bet
was
he
clever.
knew it better than you.
The bet he had was if I don't make a mistake, you have to do this. And I said, okay, if you do, you have to do this because I had it down.
Same. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
No, he played it. He played it through with me perfectly fine.
Either,
I mean, it wasn't brilliant, but he
No,
didn't
but
make
he
he didn't make
mistake.
like big mistakes.
Yeah.
No.
So the idea was because we give Angel a lot of shit about not knowing his music.
Yeah, and he's like, oh shit, now you got to do it. And I was like, yeah, like, I'll do it. And he's like, well, like just send me pictures when you like wear the mini kilt to the event. And I was like, no, I'm going to pick an event where you're there. Like you've earned that.
Flagstaff.
No. We told him it's
I gotta do it at Flagstaff.
Flagstaff. Flagstaff.
we got to get
We're
a mini
filming
kill
all
somehow.
day on Flagstaff.
Exactly. That's the perfect time.
Best time to do it. Best time to do it.
But I'm gonna pick like the whiskey.
People will
I'm gonna
come
pick
up
like
to
the
you.
whiskey tasting or something, and then
Oh, wow.
That's too important. That's
Yeah.
too formal. You can't do it there. It's got to be like something stupid. Like
here's all the qualifiers. Yeah, it's gotta be something stupid like the Highland Games.
Exactly.
I have nothing to do there.
See, this is,
I don't mean your Highland Games.
This is band practice in Las Vegas. Betting, this
Gotta
is
bet.
high
You
tension.
gotta make some bets.
This is the stressful environment.
This is what it takes to get these people to learn goddamn.
I wasn't even that mad about losing because I was just happy he knew the fucking reel.
Hey, you can push it off all you want, but either way, thing was done.
Hey,
Yeah.
it got
thing
done.
was done and it worked.
got done.
Yeah.
It got done.
I was happy he knew the reel. I'm like, shit. All right, cool. That's one less thing.
What are you going to do next time?
I can only come up with so many bets to get people to learn music.
Yeah, now I know that when people try to bet me shit, that you set them
Be
up.
careful.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll probably never use that bit again. But who
do
knows?
something different.
It was Angel's idea, to be fair. Like he called me and said, "I have." This
Hey,
idea."
who was the best person at the MSR at practice last week?
It wasn't us.
I'm about to say who was the winner? Who was the best player? Because it wasn't me and it wasn't you.
Danielle?
The 2 girls.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, what is your point?
I'm saying you're the pipe major.
I know the fucking music. Doesn't mean you don't make mistakes, dumbass. I'm just saying I know the music. You guys kind of don't.
Fair enough.
Go to bed. Bed.
Okay, so we are back on, and I feel like we can finally get to our topic.
Lucy. Bed.
Yeah, make sure you tell it
Liz, go to
Lucy
the
going
bed.
to bed. You're not pointing to one of us.
Go to bed. Yeah, she's
right.
feeling punky. I don't know why. But we can get back to the topic. So we have Claire
back.
here for a specific reason, I'm told.
Exactly.
Kinda.
That
Claire is the newest. Well, okay. So Claire is the newest adult member of the band. We're not counting kids in this case because we can't
Which
have them
shall
on the
be
show.
nameless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can't have them on. So Claire is our studentist piper at this
Yeah.
stage. And we've been talking a lot about people who, make it into a pipe band at the low level, grade 4, grade 5, whatever, and what it, how difficult it is to be a player in a level like that.
Yeah.
So Claire's probably the most recent person with that experience that we know personally. So we thought we'd have him on to talk about his experiences as a new piper to the band that shall not be named, as a representation of people who struggle a little bit in that aspect.
A lot. Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So Claire, you're in the band. Well, let's see. How long have you been playing pipes now? Let's say
3.5 years.
And how much on the pipes versus practice tenor?
I started the pipes about 8-9 months after starting the practice tenor. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
2.5 to 3 years now on the pipes total?
Probably
Okay.
about 3.
You've been in the band, what, a year
It's
now?
a little over a year.
Okay.
About a year and a couple months.
So what's it like to be a piper now in the most infamous pipe band in the world?
The most infamous pipe band. It's overwhelming at times. It definitely it has some. It's definitely a little overwhelming. You know, you get in there. There's a lot of things expected of you. Some things that are expected that are not coming from a musical background that are different. That are just it's something that an acquired learning that you have to go through.
So what's been that hardest thing that to get over, I guess, as you've joined, as you've
Well,
worked
the
your way
audition,
through this?
naturally, the audition was probably the hardest thing that we do to join the band, is getting in there and memorizing all of our parade tunes and then playing them in front of everybody else. And
not to mention band leadership being a couple of assholes.
I was remembering that.
There's that as well.
I think in my audition, you were playing the bass in that on that one.
Was I playing the actual bass drum, or was that the one where I hit the case?
You hit the case on
Yeah,
that
because
one.
we didn't have the bass
The
drum,
bass wasn't
so I
on
was,
that one.
I was
Yes.
hitting
We had to
a
do that.
snare case.
We do improvise when we have to.
Exactly.
dude.
Improvise, overcome, adapt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, but okay, so you came into a group of people who, for the most part, already. All right, so let's see. Already know how to play. There's a lot of us that know how to play.
There is.
to a certain level, you know.
There is.
So, I mean, is that
That's intimidating. I mean, it's intimidating that because with Josh has been playing for 14, 15 years, 13 years.
How old am I now? Yeah, like 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years, and you've been playing for quite a long time, and Angel as well, and Eric. Don't want to name too many more names, but I mean, you guys are, it's definitely intimidating in that, because the things that I'm struggling with, you guys have not struggled with for years ago,
for a long time? Yeah.
for a long time.
Sure.
And you may have forgotten how it was a struggle back then. Sometimes I think that's selective memory, but yeah.
Well, okay, maybe we have. I'm sure there's always a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. You forget what it's like to be a beginner. That's definitely hard for us to try to relate and keep it at a level that's reasonable to you or to the people coming in, for sure.
Well, everybody too is trying to figure out, at least that I understand, is what is expected and what is reasonable to expect out of someone with X amount of time in on the pipes or time in playing this instrument, which is, it's. You try and look at what your expectations are, and you're looking around the room of, well, how do I do compared to this person, or this person has this many years in, where am I, where do I, how should I be learning more? Should I be learning less? It's a difficult procedure. At least it was for me, is trying to figure out what, am I running behind? Well, you always feel like you're running behind in that you go to band practice, you don't know your music well or well enough.
If it's any consolation, that never goes away.
Yeah. I'm beginning to learn that the journey part of it is just from your conversation right here, understanding that you guys are still making mistakes, even though from our ears, it probably doesn't sound like you're making mistakes, or we're not picking up on it.
Yeah, you're probably so highly concentrated on what you're doing that you're missing the things that we get wrong at times, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and also, we've learned to make mistakes like professionals.
There, like
also
Jack
part of
said.
it.
Yeah, like Jack said.
Exactly. That's definitely part of it. So, what was I going to ask you?
Then you throw in marching, and that's, now you're taking that instrument
walking?
on the road. Yeah. It's just walking. That's exactly, yeah.
How does it make you feel when you're hammering marching for the 17,000th time and you still can't do it, and somebody says, it's just fucking walking? Like, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's just like breathing, and I'm not doing that very well either. So it's not a autonomous response in that. I have found that it's just trying to manage all the input that you're getting in is taking care of the bag, taking care of the instrument, remembering the music, and moving along the line is just trying to take all that input in and control it in some way. Mm-hmm. And you're right. It does require, I think it requires a lot more practice in that, because we're trying to learn good habits and learn good ways of getting better in the proper way. You know?
Well said, Claire. Very well said.
Wow.
Rab had a good comment on the live stream. Even masters in the piping world never stop learning.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
When Stuart came to our concert and that he mentioned that he's never played
the perfect set.
He's never played the perfect set yet. And many would probably disagree with him, but he knows.
Yeah. Well, we're always hardest on ourselves, theoretically, right?
Yeah. So should be. We should be.
Which goes into our grand discussion we had today about ego.
Wait, did you say you only get hard for yourself?
That's exactly correct. That's all I can do anymore.
Ego.
He just stands in the mirror and says, "Yes,
Oh yes.
yes, you, only you."
I'm so beautiful. So precious.
I have headphones on listening to the podcast while I do this.
Yes, of course. You listen to your own and like, you didn't even edit that out. Oh God, you dirty boy, you.
precious.
So Claire, let's talk about you and masturbation for a second, shall we?
Yeah, that's a short conversation.
Don't sell yourself short, buddy.
Well,
so how did you've heard all the episodes? You heard a couple episodes back where we were talking about like length of time to learn a set and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. How did that make you feel? You heard that. As I remember, that was the first time you heard sort of that discussion ever.
yeah. Well, we've asked that is what do you at least in the lessons that I've had with you, I've always asked for expectations. Is okay throughout the year, if we plan the year of what I'm going to be learning, what do you expect me to have and by what time is reasonable? Because you're the experienced one and I'm not. But at least if you give me an expectation of by the Highland Games, you should know these mass band tunes. By the concert, you should know the MSR and the medley, be able to play it there. And then by next year, be playing in the grade 4 competition. Mm-hmm. So you're giving me that look. And that's basically what if you believe that that's what I can do, then I'm going to trust and have faith in that's what I've got to shoot for.
So. Well, actually, that's not what you can do. That's like 75% of what you can do.
Okay.
Like usually the expectation I find from my limited experience teaching, mm-hmm. mind you, and you can chime in, mm-hmm. is that's like, okay, here's what I want you to do. Like this is the thing I think you can hit. And that's not 100% of your capability.
Okay. But it's
a realistic expectation of the way you're working in your practice strategies now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like knowing what I know about, how
mm-hmm.
each person practices differently, each person's different. Knowing what I know about that person, what is my reasonable expectation of by this date you have this? And then some people will be like, oh yeah, I have that. I also have all this.
Yeah.
I also have all this other stuff. And some people will be like, well,
Are you doing an angel impression?
my dog got sick and ate my sheet music, and
we have lives outside of pipe.
There's not enough. There's not enough for trust me.
Practice.
I completely understand being very busy outside of pipe band.
No. But
there's things where I think that everyone has like their like C and B level performance and then their A level performance where it's like, oh, and you're never going to be all the way 100% productive all the time. That's just not going to happen. That's physically impossible.
Right.
But you can hit a cool night and some weeks you'll be 90, some weeks you'll be 88, some weeks you'll be 70.
Right.
It's like you just got to get used to it. You got to get used to like planning around your own ability and like getting into that state where you can really hammer stuff down. But I'll tell you what, repetition never makes you worse.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Does it? Well, I guess if you're repeating something poorly over and over and over again.
Poorly or the wrong.
In my head, the repetitions.
I know where you're going with that, but
in my head, the repetitions like doubling exercises or like breaking down a phrase over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But I can see how that could be. I can see how that could very easily be interpreted as playing the tune over and over and over again.
Yes,
which is not the right way to do it.
The real saying, and people who are probably commenting on this, is perfect practice makes perfect. Right. So people always say practice makes perfect. It's cliche and all that, but we see it time and time again. I just had this conversation with a beginner class that I'm teaching today about how common it is to practice something wrong 9 times. Say, I'm just using round numbers or whatever, and then you get it right that 10th time finally, and then you move on to something else.
Yeah.
So essentially, you just 90% of the time practiced it wrong and got it right once and moved on. The trick is to, once you start to get it right, then do it 7,000 times.
Right.
That's the trick, and most people don't do it that way.
What is it John Boy would say? It was perfect practice prevents piss poor performance.
John?
Who said that?
John Boy.
John Boy Walton?
John Boy's on fire.
Oh, John Boy,
really
yeah.
Just terrified.
Because there's the other John Boy.
John, if you end up watching this, you've become a song. Okay. That's the only way we remember you now is by catching on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was totally lost on that one.
No, perfect practice prevents piss poor performance.
That's good. And that's part of what I think is a new piper is learning it.
Whatever the fact that guy's name is, says practice makes permanent. Yes, exactly the problem. So,
John says practice so you can't get it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's the idea. So, but so many people make that mistake of, especially in the beginning, and especially adults, it seems, make that mistake. And it's not like intentional. It's just we're just hammering away as best we can, not thinking that through really strategically. And it's so important to think things through strategically. That's why you have a teacher, hopefully.
I have a question about this. So do you think that people who come from a musical background, when they start pipes, have a little bit of an advantage just because they have more experience practicing music and like how to practice music versus another task?
Depends where they come from, but I've seen both sides of that, where yes and no.
If they can read music, that's a big plus.
Well, for me, it's just like the way you practice music to me is different than the way you practice a lot of skills. Like for music, you should be mostly practicing things like they say, you should practice them until you can't get them wrong, essentially. Whereas like with a lot of other skills, you do exactly what you say. You do it wrong 90%, you get it right for 10%, and then you move on. I mean, that's how like testing works. That's how that kind of stuff works. Is
not really.
If you were practicing, let's say, I would take it back to looking at athletic competition. Let's say you're practicing football or something, since I've coached that. You would run a drill, and you do that drill over and over again.
Get closer to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Perfect.
thank you.
I was thinking, okay,
that's what this is
coming up about
that's
me.
The come hither comes. Get closer so I can hear your voice better.
Put that dick in your mouth. I mean, put that mic in your mouth.
Easy now. Come on. No, you would run a drill over and over again so that it becomes automatic, so that you don't even have to think about the motion that you're going to do. That you know which step you're going to make. You know which, okay, this hand comes up, a dry block. You know exactly what you're going to do and what you need to look for. And I think that's the same application you put in your piping.
Yeah.
But as a new piper, I don't, I remember watching people do pianos, and they do scales all day. They just do scales up and down, getting their fingers ready. And you can do that with the pipes as well. But I mean, there's other things that just learning what's, what works for you or how you learn best, and adding the rest. But you have to put in the time. There's no easy way around it. You have to put in the time.
Well, basically what Claire is saying, to summarize, as the opposite of what Josh said, is any physical skill, I think, is as simple as repetition in a correct way. So he's talking about sports. You could say music. You could say hammering a fucking nail. A carpenter can do it in one swing, right? It doesn't matter what the physical motion is.
Still takes me 2.
Well, okay, but you're not a carpenter. But you know what I mean? Like, it's any physical motion takes repetition correctly over and over again, right? So
just like
I use that shit. Just like what? Sorry.
Just like jerking it.
There you go. Well, the repetition.
Only,
I guess we'll apply that.
If only there was a competition in masturbation.
Probably is somewhere, but yeah. I don't
like, how do you get yourself off in 30 seconds? Well, I've been practicing for years.
Okay.
Cahill would know. Cahill, how do you?
There you go.
How do you masturbate perfectly? You would know.
Yeah,
he's out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what he's doing when he's supposed to be doing Cahill's corner.
Exactly.
It's just a bunch of like just 10 sensitive firemen listening to Cajun Grace circle jerking.
Okay, that means that we can't have any fires in Arizona now.
Or that goddamn da 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 da. I can never think of the name.
Rakes them out.
Rakes them out.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's the tempo they go to in their circle jerk. Just and
now with the live stream, you got the visuals of that too. So now it's a visual joke as well as a.
Okay, so we actually had some chiming in on the live stream on our multiple P phrasements. Somebody says practice makes permanent, which is always a good one.
Yeah.
Andrew has preparation prevents piss poor performance.
That's the 5P thing. Yeah.
It's 5P. What do we got? Oh my God! Prior proper planning precludes the possibility of a piss poor performance.
Wow, who
Was that 7 P's or 8 P's?
That's more. That's more P's than we can handle.
A lot of P's.
Cahill, of course, chimes in. Rakes is an instant boner killer. I would have to agree.
Yeah. I love how Cahill's on the stream yet hasn't sent in Cahill's corner yet. So. Are we going to time warp?
Appreciate that.
I think we've artificially created a time warp here.
So a couple shout outs just as a quick aside. So, in our stats, we can tell who listens to this show. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
quite a
even
bit.
by geography.
So I'm going to give the top 3 listeners of the month shout outs just because why not?
Oh my goodness. Should we turn this into a thing?
I don't know. Just something.
This is how many times they've listened to it, or this is the fact that they've.
I'm still working out what the numbers mean, but I assume it means how many downloads. I don't know. Fuck.
Well, math is hard, Fusco. You only went to MIT.
So other than Angel, who listens to us a lot, unfortunately.
MIT of the Hudson.
Yeah, exactly. He remembers. So let's give a shout out to our good friend Bradley Kenna, who listens apparently a hell of a lot.
Yeah, good.
Starting to worry
Good
about
on
him.
you, buddy. He
Got no
he
work,
works.
or is he a fireman?
He listens a lot at work.
In the last 30 days, he's listened a lot. So
Isn't he our the official beer
he's
supplier?
the beer supplier of the Chain Ram podcast.
Yeah. Rough Tail Brewing Co.
Behind him, Alexis Osborne, who we don't know. She's never
Who the
written into the show.
fuck is that?
Or talked to us in any way, shape, or form, but she apparently listens a lot.
That sounds like a porn star name that someone made up. Like,
It does.
like when Sean Cahill goes and dances in drag, he calls
His
himself
name is-
Alexis Osborne.
That's probably who it is. That's his
He's got a
name
burner
on-
phone, and that's what he's downloading.
yeah, he's got a
it from.
burner
Yeah,
phone,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he calls himself Alexis Osborne.
On SoundCloud, he apparently is known as Alexis. So, and then of course number 3, our friend Brian Schwarzenberger, who likes to write into us quite a
Hell
bit.
yeah, buddy.
So over the last 30 days, he's
Good
been our
on you.
top 3 listeners. So we appreciate you guys.
Good on you guys. If you're on the stream, cheers. And if you're not, then you'll hear this later.
You'll
It
hear
won't
this
matter.
later.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Yeah. So, yeah. But so I had one other thing I wanted.
Oh my
to put-
gosh.
I wanted to interject.
Brad joined in.
Brad Kenna.
Brad Green.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We gotta stop talking about him.
Let's put him on the spot. How's that fucking song coming, buddy?
We need to come back on the show, brother.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. You
So-
had a bit.
So Claire, this is. I want your opinion on this, Josh. Even actually anybody, it doesn't matter. But so okay,
What you want my opinion on the show?
absolutely.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
you're an experienced player. Claire's a beginner.
Yep.
Here is a gentleman named Mike, who is a. Okay, I don't want to say this. He's a. All right, I'm not going to say how I know him, but I know Mike, and he submitted this. He started working on this tune on May 14th.
He's on his Tinder, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be.
Maybe. On May 14th.
Okay,
And,
May 14th.
yeah, he started working. He wanted to do a solo contest in July.
Okay.
So he started working on a 2-4 march on May 14th.
So
had never seen it
nearly-
before.
Nearly 2 months.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
2 months away. He sent this recording to us,
Well-
to me, a week ago or so.
Okay,
So
killer.
What is today? July.
Today
end
is
of,
the 7th.
end of June. So he had 4 or 5 weeks working on it. So I want you guys to listen. I won't play the whole thing. He plays the whole part on pipes, but I want you to hear this.
Okay.
And just to say, he's a grade 4 soloist. Has never competed before. Been playing less than 3 years. Just to
Okay.
give you a heads up. Okay, so that's the first part. He plays all 4
that's
parts.
good.
So, what do you guys think?
So grade 4.
Grade 4 soloist.
Assuming he doesn't make any mistakes, he could pull some medals with that.
He doesn't make a mistake in the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's
like
really-
I think that's. I mean, decent.
Assuming
little
that's how
bit
he plays
of.
on a day.
It's clean, good drums, a little bit of blowing,
Yeah.
but that's at grade 4. It's not that huge of a deal. But no, like it was clean.
Yeah.
Good, clean playing.
Yeah.
And you said he started that a little over a month ago.
Just 4 weeks ago or so. Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks maybe. Yeah.
No, it sounded good.
That's
So
really good.
and he plays the whole thing basically the same way. You can listen to it if you like.
Also, he's a stomper. You can't hear him stepping, but I can tell by the cadence of the tune. It's like, da, da, burr.
I don't think he's a stomper necessarily.
Like
No,
some people. I noticed.
he
I noticed.
intentionally plays it slow.
I noticed some people march from the hips, and some people march from the feet. If that makes any sense.
Huh.
I know what you're talking about. I don't. You can't say that about
Like
this
when
guy.
you get a little bounce, you get a little sway, versus a little bit of like clump, 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 clump.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that about this
No,
guy at all.
but I mean, I thought it sounded brilliant,
Yeah.
and he tuned himself for that, or did you tune him?
No, he tuned himself.
That sounded
That
really
was
good.
good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
So, what do you notice about? What's the biggest thing you notice about it? We were just talking about this today. What is he doing?
He's playing controlled,
Super controlled and slow.
super
right?
controlled and slow.
Yeah, and
I'm not
Every
sure.
double.
I'm not sure if the tune is supposed to, how fast the tune is
Doesn't
supposed to be,
matter.
but it
It's
doesn't. But
2/4.
he's very controlled,
yeah.
and it plays.
Say in a normal 2/4. Well, okay, normal. It's tempo is relative. It's all
Right.
relative to what your ability is, right?
Right.
But he goes out of his way to demonstrate control, right? Playing very slow as compared to music,
And each embellishment very
super
very
obvious,
clean.
clear.
Yes.
Yeah, clear and clean.
Yeah.
So, point being, we were talking about this today earlier, right? Slow, controlled, nice pipe. That's all you got to do. Grade 4. This guy's going to win fucking medals if
He's gonna win
assuming it
medals.
comes through
Yeah.
that way when he
What's-
actually performs it.
What's the grade 4 contest now? Is it? It's 2/4, slow air, and 6/8.
Yeah, it depends. On, yeah,
6/8.
basically, yeah. Somehow, P. Brock, of course.
Yeah, like I mean, no, that'd be medals.
Yeah.
But point being, that was less. That was a month essentially of learning a tune. To that quality is, to me, pretty good. That's on the high end. Like that's not normal.
Yeah,
To do that.
where's this guy at practice?
He doesn't live here.
Oh, damn.
How far away is he? You know, we can go get him.
He's on the
you
East
know?
Coast, but I'm not
Oh,
going to
he's-
let anybody.
Okay,
Mick.
I remember now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to let anybody steal him from his
Yeah.
current band.
But
But no, yeah, it's Brad says it well enough. A grade 4 that guy will clean up by playing like that as long as he maintains that performance. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
if I
really
played the
just
whole
slow and
thing-
clean.
If I played the whole thing, he plays it exactly that way all the way through. No mistakes.
perfect.
he's not playing in the Emerald Society.
Good
then.
tone.
Ironically, he plays in a service band.
He plays the
Does
service
he?
band.
I do want to point that out. He does.
Yeah, no, like really
That was
clean.
well done.
I can't remember if he's a police or fireman, but he's one of the two. I
What's-
forget which.
It's clean tone and it's steady. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how slow you are if it's good.
It's
Like,
clean and the tone's
yeah.
good. That's what judges like, and Brad can confirm that for us, I'm sure. But the point being that like you can play that way. You can. Speed is not the thing. Everybody gets all hung up on. Oh, I gotta impress the judge. You're not gonna impress a judge ever. You're in a grade 4 contest. You're not going to impress the guy. The only thing you're going to do is impress him for what he's expecting for that level, right?
Well, and
So keep it under control. Play a nice tune, clean and with good tone, and your pipes are going well.
Tone and
and that's
blowing.
all you got to do. It's really that simple.
Like for me, when it comes to, and granted, I haven't solo competed in a while, but the way I always try to describe it to people is it's like the old adage of outrunning a bear. Like you're not going to outrun the bear. You just got to outrun everyone else. Like you're not going to impress the judge. You just got to play better than the people that are with you, like the people that are playing against you. You're not going to. It's who gets eaten first. Essentially, don't give them easy things to snipe you on.
That's yes, exactly. Like take away their excuse to put you at the
Yeah.
bottom, basically.
Yeah, because that's all they can look for. Really, all they can look for are the things you messed up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but in
And,
the end,
and it's very rare that they're going to be like, well, you played too slow. At grade 4, they're never going to say that.
right. So, as an example, Claire.
That's exactly what you. It's funny you said
Claire,
the same words he said
2
today.
weeks or so, he's going to a pipe school, and he has to audition at the beginning of the pipe school so they can place you in levels of classes. Or he's going to the Flagstaff school, and we did a simulation today in his lesson about, all right, we're going to do it like they do it, and what happened? Describe what happened.
The 2/4 march in that I played nervous and I played fast.
Right.
And the Strathspey was okay. The Strathspey was okay, and it played. And then the reel, once again, the reel was I was a little out of control on the reel.
Right. So,
but I did have it memorized.
That's true.
Attaboy.
Okay.
Attaboy.
One little step. There you go.
And what do we talk about? I mean, it's essentially what Josh just said about, like, you know, just demonstrate that you have control of your tune and you're playing at a reasonable tempo that you can handle. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's all it is.
And then you'll be in a class that challenges you a little bit is really what you're trying to get to, right? So, but as a student piper,
with the hot chicks. Yeah.
Are there a lot of hot chicks? Wait, what? Are there hot chicks at that school?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of something different.
When did hot chicks go to that school?
I've been in the Flagstaff school. I do not remember that.
It's true.
Nah, it looked like everybody just got hit in the head with a bag of hammers.
He's probably talking about Robert. That's what my guess is.
Yeah, Robert.
Hey, Robert. As long as depends on how much you're drinking, everything
me wrong,
gets
Robert's
better.
a-
Everything's better looking once you know.
He's a very talented and handsome man, but he still looks like a penis with teeth.
Wow. Jesus Christ. I hope he doesn't listen to this. He's going to be pissed.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, maybe I won't wear that Chanarant shirt.
Don't worry. He doesn't listen.
He's got better things to do, like winning championships.
Exactly.
Winning things and shit.
Yeah, hanging out with the gorgeous ladies
Yep.
The gorgeous ladies of Flagstaff.
of the Flagstaff school.
Gloff.
Flag. Yeah, that's good.
So anyway.
No, I thought that was it was a good killing performance. That's important. Like
All women of Flagstaff, come to the Highland Games at Flagstaff and meet the Chanarant.
Oh God, no! Don't. Fusco,
God
how
help
many exes exes do you have just in Flagstaff alone?
Define an X for him.
Yeah. What are we
Former
Men, women?
sexual
Yeah.
partner of either gender. Doesn't matter.
that live in the Flagstaff,
Yeah.
the confines of the city?
Yeah, live in the Flagstaff area. What about that? Will be? Oh no, the video ended.
Oh wow.
Did your battery run out?
I don't think so. I don't know. It just died. That's okay though. You guys keep going. We'll finish the show.
So yeah, I have no idea. I would say 0. I don't know anybody in Flagstaff.
I feel like this is a good time to
Why does World of
remind-
Warcraft jump up on your screen?
I have no idea
Who knows?
why that came up. Yeah,
Okay, so we feel pretty good about wrapping up, right, gents?
yeah why not?
I just want to say again, thank you very much, Claire, for coming on
no
the show.
problem. Thank you for inviting me.
The live stream died, and we'll restart just to talk to a couple people. But I think that if you want to tune into the live stream, that's fine. I don't think we're not gonna post those just yet. I think we'll maybe edit in the video.
Yeah,
I've said
we're
that.
still
I've said it
deciding how
before.
that's going to work.
We're vacillating on what we can and cannot get away with. But thank you all for listening to episode 23, the Chanarant podcast. Thank you, Claire, for coming out. Thank you, Andy, for whatever it is that you do.
I don't know yet either. I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Just reminding you all that if you are a fan, if you're one of the 6, you can review the show on iTunes. You can send us emails at chanarant@gmail.com. You can record messages and send them to us, chanarant@gmail.com. And you can like us at Facebook, Instagram, TweetSpace, MyGrind, Tinder app, Snapchats. We're not on
LDS Mutual now.
LDS Mutual.
There you go.
I will be there shortly.
There you go.
If you're into butt stuff. And also, you can find out all the latest Chanarant merch at chanarant.com. Invite your friends that are, pipe band lifers. Let's really build the army of pipe band lifers that want to be part of Chanarant crew. I'm excited to see how many people wear Chanarant shirts at Flagstaff. I'm assuming at least 1.
I'll say 2, you and me.
You and me, yeah.
Claire.
I'll be
And
there
Claire.
too.
So we'll see you guys at Flagstaff in the beer tent. And we'll also see you next week on the world's worst bagpiping podcast, the Chanarant podcast.